Morning. All right, let's see what we have here. Everything gapped up to this morning. Watching Square on this little gap up. Let's see if we can get just to pop this trend and see if we can push this a little higher on Square. But so far so good. Nice gap up from yesterday. Here's the pullback. If this continue to pull back, which I probably don't think it has much room to pull back, but if it does, probably pull back into this 75-17 area. See if it can hold support. If not, we'll hit the 75-10 spot and then see if we can try to get a curling around. Market was pretty much gapped up this morning. Everything looking pretty good. So let's see if we can get follow through with Square as well. That's one that I'll be watching. Apple, extremely bullish today. Very strong. See if that can push as well. It's also breaking out. Once it breaks that 192.55 level, it'll have some room to go. The chip sectors are pretty strong this morning as well. Every one of those pretty much has made a move towards the upside. Overall market does look strong today. Let's see this pullback. It is pulling back pretty nice here. See if we can get some basing on it and see, like I told you guys, anytime I see this pullback like this, pretty much filled this gap, see this gap right into yesterday's support. If it starts curling, I might take a quick scalp and see if I can get a nice little bounce out of that. Is what I'm looking on Square, and then I'll let my option contracts play out the rest. I gotta wait for it to show me in order to get in there. So market is popping. Everything looks pretty good. I don't think any negative news came out on this. Otherwise, this probably wouldn't have gapped up. So what I want to see is some kind of basing, curl, and here it goes. So once you get that, see if you can get a second pop. That can probably start flying. So now you kind of have a pretty much tight wrist here. So if you wanted to try to bounce it, your stop is going to be just below this candle here, and see if you can bounce it with the market, since the market is popping. So let's see if we can get it. All right, I'm already in it. And what I'm going to start looking for is see if I can bounce this right back into the 75 level. If I can, that'll be great. First level I want to take out right now, 75.48. Hold that level. See if we can get more upside. All right, here we go. Looking good so far. So if you want to put a trailing stop on this, keep it real tight. My trailing stop is going to probably be around the 75.16 area. If it pulls below that level, I might end up killing this position. So let's see what happens. See if we can start taking this out. Once we take this out, I'll look to see if we can pop this trend here. If we can pop this trend here, we should get a nice move to the upside. So if anything, stops should be pretty tight right down here. Don't let it break this candle right here. It'll be probably like a 10 cents loss on that. So just keep it tight. Market is still looking good overall. Everything looks like it wants to push a little bit. So let's see if we can get it to follow through with it. Pull back. See, make sure, let's see if this level can hold. All right. Do not give it any more than this. If you do, this is a little channel, a downwards channel from pre-market. You don't want to let it break this down channel pre-market, because that means this little uptrend that we created from yesterday is now over and it can pull back more. So tight stops here if you're still in it. I am still in it. I want to see if I can bounce it. Might just give it a channel. See if we can bounce it off channel. What is this right here? So I'll watch that level. See if I can get this to bounce. Market is still pretty strong here, so I still like it so far. As you guys know, this pretty much lags behind the market, is why I'm trying to play it while it's down here. And let's see what happens. All right, if it breaks this trend here, I have to kill this trade and I'll revisit it on a trend break or something. So watch it here. It is breaking it, guys. They haven't closed below it. Let's see what happens. Do not let it close below that and stay in it. If it closes below that, we'll revisit it on a trend break is what I'll be looking on this one. I still like this to pop. I'm just trying to give it some time. The full gap is filled pretty much. Now I'll try to zoom out real quick so you guys can see it. This is the gap that I was looking to fill. Pretty much filled it, gave it a little bit more. If you can see the channel that we're in, this is the channel that I'm watching. This is the downwards channel that I'm seeing. It can possibly break this level and come test this level. It didn't give you the bounce that we're looking for. So all that is pretty much what I'm looking at on Square. So right now I still think I'm still in a good position. Nothing to be freaked out about just yet, but it's all about managing your risks on this one. So again, if this pulls and break this level, I will exit and revisit it and see if I can get a bounce. Market is still pushing to the upside. Everything is still pushing on the upside. So I still like this. I think we just have to be patient with it. Let's see what happens. Well, I'll be patient with it. And it seems like it's going to break this level, test this 74 level and bounce. So that's what I'll watch. Good morning, Les. Good morning, Jack. Ebony, good morning. Marie, good morning. No problem. No problem, Marie. Sorry, I just looked over at the chats. So just watch that. Okay, Apple is pulling back now, which means we can probably pull back. Apple's probably going to pull right into that 190.12. I'll come back and visit Square. Still in it so far. Let's look at Apple so you guys can see that one pulling back is what I'm watching on Apple. Watch Apple on this pullback. Hurry up, hurry up. So also, I'm sorry, why did it just do that? I see so I can see everything. So here's the pullback on Apple. So Apple, nice gap up. You should expect that. Apple always does that. So let's see if Apple can possibly pull right into this 190.12 level and hold if it continues to pull. If not, then Apple can possibly pull right into this trend right here, and you will want it to hold that support. If not, it'll give you a nice little drop towards that 189.07 level, which would be here. Look for a curl trend break or something. As you can see, solid downtrend. Why is it doing that? As you can see here, solid downtrend. You gotta wait till you break out of that to push towards the upside. Square is still holding up. I'm watching that on that screen, so I'm not too panicked. Testing that trend is trying to hold with Apple pulling, Netflix pulling. Market is wanting to pull back here. This Square can also pull just a tad bit more as well. So watching that across the board. Facebook is pretty much one of the strong ones. The chip sector is pretty much strong across the board. If you're looking at the AMD, MU, INTC, Nvidia, they're all pretty strong. Roku on a pullback right into support. Let's see if that Roku level holds. I want this Square to see if we can pop it. Typically Square give you a nice little range, and that's why I have that on my screen. So let's watch it. So far everything still is holding up. A little surprised. Don't see what sector is probably carrying the market is what I'm trying to figure out here right now. Because you got tech sectors pulling back, you got the chip sectors pulling back, financials, they're holding to dear life, hold on to dear life. Alright, so watch it here. This can probably start turning. So far Square is still looking good, guys. Square is still holding that level. I'm trying to see if the market can turn here. If the market turns here, we get some of these chip sectors to keep pushing. That's probably what's holding up the market, to be honest with you, the chip sector. So if the chip sector continues to push higher, then it'll hold the market up. And then if you get follow through with Apple, which is Apple is trying to, that's going to be even more bullish for the market. The only thing I'm shocked is still lagging behind the way it is lagging is Square. I would have thought Square would have gave us more by now.
Go upstairs and chat. Go upstairs.
And as you can see, it held that level. So just watch this level. This can be a bear flag. If it is a bear flag, we'll pull a little lower. We want this level to start holding up here. I can't show any trends just yet. I don't see anything solid to the upside. To me, this is still more downside First one we can probably create is probably going to be right here. See how that looks. Take this out. Once we take this out, what we'll look for is probably a push towards that 75.12 level. If we can reclaim 75.12 level, we can start seeing a push to the upside. But as of right now, this is a bear flag forming, more downside. Let's see if we test this level again, hold it, and see if we can get a turnaround. Overall market is extended, so we should see a pullback on the overall market as well. So if you're looking at the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, all those should be coming back. As you can see, here's the bear flag, here's the pullback right into trend support. You break this level, I suggest you guys to go ahead and put a stop on it if you guys are trading it. Me personally, I am getting ready to put the stop on it. If we close below this, I'll revisit this trade on a trend break and see if I can get this to pop back up. As of right now, I'm probably going to cut it here. What is market doing? Everything is extended, so we might get more of a downside. I am personally stopped out on that one. Small hit on that. Oof. Let's see if we can get, so I'm 0 for 1 this morning. Not a good start. Don't like that. Let's see if we can get this to pull right down here into this trend. See if we get this to turn around, test this out, and then we'll probably, so right now what I'm going to probably do is sit back now and wait for it to show me that it wants upside, and I'll be looking for a break somewhere within these levels to push this back to the upside. And that's how I'll play that out now. So now I'm just sitting on my hands. Market is still pulling back. Looking across the board, everything is extended. Apple's still pulling right into that 190.15 level. Let's see if that can hold. Again, I'll wait for the market now to show me, try to take something long. Chip sectors are extended, pulled back right into support. Looks like they're holding support is what I'm looking at. So that can continue to hold this market up. See if we can get this to start going. Still can't do anything, guys. Flag, bear flag here. Here's another bear flag. I was not willing to risk it all the way down here. I can revisit it down here, get the pop, and make my money back way faster than I would if I just stayed in this trade. So again, guys, if you guys watched the video I put out, the risk reward is basically what I was doing. You see me doing it live. I was willing to risk X amount to the downside to make X amount to the upside. My X amount to the downside was hit, so I have to get out of that trade, revisit it, and then I'll probably put the same risk reward to the upside again once I see it starting to show me. Have you got the heat on yet? It's freezing in here. Market still wants to push, so we'll come back and revisit that. I'm watching that pretty close here. All right, see what we have here. See what's will be a good level that we can possibly scalp this off of. So probably 73.84 is probably where it can probably go if it breaks this level. If it does go to 73.84, that'd be a good level to look at and see if we can get a nice little bounce off that one. Let's see, it pulled here. It's trying to hold it. We need to take this out for us to try to get something going. See a nice risk reward, something trend reversal or something. So nothing here. I won't touch this, but I want this one. As long as market is pushing like this, I want to see if I can nail the square to the upside. The reason why I'm not taking it off my screen, don't want to lose track of it. Come on, baby. See if we can nail you. Extremely extended. I think it's probably going to try to gear up here. Here it goes. Market is still running. This is probably going to pop now. What would that be? 50. 30 cents risk here. I'm going to give it another shot. as long as this candle closed. The next candle that opens up right here, see if I get a break on this one, and then I'll give it another shot. Need this level to break. Just be patient with it, guys. Be patient. Alright. Hasn't broke it. Don't want to jump in too early. If it does break it, what I'll probably do is jump in it. Once it reclaimed this level, jump in. I'm going to see if I can get a push right into the 75.10, break that level. My risk will probably be right here again. That'll be the second temp on it. Small risk right here. I'm just going to choke it a little bit because I did give it a little, but I need this level to be taken out first. If it does not take this level out, I can't get in it until it does. Come on, what are you going to do? And the first level, if once it takes this out and close above this, the first level I'm going to look for is a push towards that 75.09 level, and then 75.10, which is right around here. Again, this is why I didn't jump in. We couldn't get the candlestick closing above it. If I would have jumped in, it would have been a fake out and I got hurt. So this is why I wait. I needed that confirmed candlestick to close above this. Couldn't get it, getting rejected, come back down again, and let's see if we can wait to see if that can set up again. So no long on that just yet. Have to be patient with it. This is why I respect those levels. I have to wait for it to tell me. Got a little greedy here this morning on this little pop. Should have just took the profits on once I seen the little pull coming, but I didn't. So 0 for 1. Let's see if we can nail this one back to the upside and make that small hit back and go green on the day on the equity side. So it's two things that's going to happen here, right? It's either we're going to take this out or we're going to break this level, start consolidating, and then we get the curl that we're looking for. Until one of these happen, I really can't do anything with this because I don't want to get caught in what you just seen here. So we're either going to take this level out, then we have an even better risk, honestly, because here's our risk right down here to get this push to the upside. But until then, you really can't. So if this pops it, close above it, you now can make your risk down here. So I want to see some kind of consolidation. What it seems like it's trying to give us is a little consolidation here. So here's the first break. Now we need to close above this trend right here, and then you can make your risk right down here, which is probably what I'm gearing towards right now. Still can't yet. I need this candlestick to close above this trend so I don't get faked out. So this is what I'm watching. Still hasn't closed above it. Needed to close above it, and then I get in there. Until then, I can't. Alright, seems like we're going to close above this one. Watching Apple here. Apple seems like it wants to break out. Here's the close above it. So again, guys, if you do take it here, your risk is very tight. I just took it. I'm going to keep a tight stop on this. If I do not nail this one, I'll be 0 for 2, which is not a start that I like to start with in the morning, and I will stop trading on the equity side and then just go back and manage my option trades. So let's see what happens. All I want to see is just pop towards that 75.05 level on that position, and I should be okay. So this is what I'm watching, guys. If you want to see why I'm taking it, this is what I'm seeing. So because it didn't break this level here, it held it and then took out this trend. This is why I want to see a push towards the upside. And I just want to see if I can get it back to this 74.93 or 74.05 level. As long as I can get that, I will go green. All right, I'm already almost green. I'm only down $3 so far in the day on just this little pop on the size I just took. So I pretty much made all my losses this morning. I just need one more pop towards that 75 level and I should be okay this morning. If not, I won't give it no more than this trend because I pretty much just covered majority of my loss this morning. All right, so now I am green right here. I'm green as long as we can stay above this level. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, now we take this level out. Again, all I'm looking is for that 75 level, and I'll take profits or either trim down my position. There we go. Come on. Have to take out this level. Just some strong resistance. There we go. This is what I was looking for. Now let's see if we can get one more pop towards that 75.10 level, and I'll be happy with my profits this morning. Come on, come on. This is me trying to be a little greedy. Come on. 75.10 is what I'm trying to get this to. Don't look like we're going to get it. So just put a trailing stop on this. Keep it tight. Let's tighten this trend up a little bit here. So I'll let it pull probably back into this. If it does hold this, then I'll stay in it. If not, it breaks this level, I'll just exit. What I'll do is just take some of this profits, trim down my position here just to be safe. All right, and now I'm just going to try to manage the rest of this trade here. So nice pullback. We got in on that trend break. We got the pop, went back green. So right now I'm 1 for 1 on the day. No matter what, I did already scale out on that position just to keep me green on the trade. And I'm seeing if I can get more on this pop right now on the remainder of my position. It's what I'm trying to get out of it now. So again, had I not been a little hoggish here, I should have just took this pop and walked away. But I thought I could get more towards that 75.47. Didn't get it. This time I went ahead and just trimmed down my position, took some profits. I'm not letting this trade go green. Go from green to red again on me. I'm green on the day. That's the goal overall. It's always to stay green. Market is getting a little tight here, so you want to watch these levels. It's also having trouble here. We need to pop this, get 75.01 level, 75.05, hold above that, take out 75.10, then you can probably get that push towards 75.47 level. But as of right now, you just got to be tight. Market seems like it want to push higher, which is good for this. So we'll just keep trailing the remainder of my position on this, and I'm seeing how much more I can get. Getting more than I thought I would right now on this little pop. Nice. Now we take out 75.10. We'll push it towards that 75.47 level. Let's see what happens here. Coming right into some resistance, so just be careful here. It's looking good. Come on. Market seems like it want more upside. There we go. Let's see if we can pop this. Take it right up to 75.47, which would be beautiful. Come on, pop it. You know you want to pop it. All right. Now we're going to test a key level here, right? On the remainder of our position, 75.13. We take out 75.13 and hold above this. We'll be looking real good for a push towards that 75.34 level. But we need to take out 75.13 real quick. We still haven't got through this, so we might start getting a pullback and watching everything. Watch Apple on the breakout. Chip sector still looking pretty strong here, guys. Me personally, I am not going to give all this up, so I don't want to go through all this. Trying to be patient on you. Alright guys, I took profits, 1 for 1, green on the day. This is when risk management comes in. So again guys, this is what I'm saying, right? So, whoa, what just happened? Even if it goes higher, me personally, I don't care. I'm happy with my profits. Apple is telling me the market wants to push higher. My chip sector is pretty much strong. Financials are holding up. all signs are telling me that it can go higher. But even if it goes higher, there's no need for me to be greedy this morning. 1 for 1, green on the day. I'm letting my option contracts make money for me on the back end. So all I'm doing is just trying to make a nice little change on the day. As you guys know, I always scalp something and try to make something on top of my option contract. So that's all I did. Green on the day, guys. That's all I care about. If you're green, you pay the bills. This can easily yank on me. I don't want to risk it. I know my risk on the option side, so I can sustain that. Jack Ryan, the first time I took 1,000 shares, so that pull kind of hurted me. So the second time around, I took 2,000 shares. So that's why I was able to make my money back so fast. So all I did was increase my size to cover my loss and make that back so fast. And 2,000 shares right there, man. Since you've been around a while, I typically don't even say what's my size on it, because I know that can sometimes steer people away from trading. There it goes, guys. Oh, this could have been a nice payday on the equity side.
I saw Batman. Batman?
Oof. There goes the 75, 45 level. 47 is where it's going. You break that, you rock out. Ah.
No, this is Power Rangers.
So if you guys notice, anytime I'm trading equity, I'm more on edge because of the size that I have. Your P&L fluctuate fast as heck whenever you have that much size on the table. It sucks. But I mean, sometimes you have to load up when you make a mistake like that out the gate. Damn, 2,000 shares right here. That's the point. I would be done with 2,000 this morning had I held on. But that's fine. But again, yeah, guys. So that's it. 1 for 1, green on the day. The option sides are kicking out. So this is what I typically do: is I'm shutting down the equity side of my platform. Because if I keep it open, I know how I am. I will continue to keep scalping and then screw up my win ratio. But 1 for 1, not a bad morning. I don't want you in the screen, son. What's wrong? What's wrong?
The password is...
For what? That's not a password. What are you trying to watch? That's for grown folks. You can't watch that too. You gotta watch something like cartoon or something. What?
Watch the Power Rangers.
Power Rangers? Is it? Alright, I'll go upstairs and put it on the TV for you. Okay? Ask mommy to put it on the Fire Stick. Can you put it on the Fire Stick for me?
Can you not step on the
Sorry about that, guys. But here it goes, 75, 47 level. Here it comes right here. Had I been just a tad bit more patient, I just didn't want to go through this pullback right here. Man, that hurts to see that. There it goes, guys. Once you take out this level, you take out this trend, you're off and rocking with this square trade right here. I'll just make that on the option side. So again, guys, listen. I know you guys like, why do I like trading Square? Anytime Square gets within that 73, right? 73, I think it's like, now I'll show you, right? Let's zoom this out since I'm no longer in it. No need to be focused on it, but I'll show you why I get in this and typically won't panic as much. We'll do a 30-minute. Look at this. Every time it comes within this range, look what happens. It gets bought up. So again, yesterday when I was watching this, I pretty much say, hey guys, if it comes within this level, look at it. It gets bought up. What happened yesterday? This is why I was so adamant into my swing, right? Because every time it came into the position, it bounces. Now, if it doesn't, I told you guys 73.09, just don't let it give up that level. If it does give up that level, then you'll get a nasty little pull. I think it's a nasty pull, actually. Yep, to that 69.73, right? So that's why I said no matter what, if this breaks, I would cut that swing out, take my profits, and walk away. I added into it. All I do is keep on letting it bounce, go right into resistance, scale out of my swing. All I'm doing is making money off of it, and then I'll let the rest play out. And I'm doing this over and over with Square. And as you guys see, even on the equity side, this is why I traded the way I traded, because it's pretty much told me for some reason they're not allowing it drop past that level. Do I know why? No, I don't. But if they're going to show me that, and it's clear as day, I'm going to play it. Just like this morning, I told you guys, hey, it's in the upwards channel. If it does pull, this is our risk, right? If it comes here and hold it, I see a bounce. All I wait for is now to take this out, because I know they're defending this 74.22 level. And then as you can see, they clearly defended it. And I told you, if we bounce it, look for a bounce towards that 75.47 level. Look, reject it and pull. I didn't want to go through this here. I thought it was going to happen here or here, but I guess it happened here. That's why I was like, damn, I could have got more out of it. And that's basically what I was doing with Square. So I pretty much look at those levels and play it. What do you think about Apple, where Apple is going? Apple, let's pull it up. I got it charted out already. A Fox. Yeah. So Apple, right? Here's Apple. Let's look at the bigger picture. As you can see it, I already have it. When I was in this option room yesterday helping them out, so I hurry up and drew it out. It was in a downwards channel. Once I was walking it up, what I was doing was walking it up into this level, broke this level. I told them as long as we can hold it, you guys should be over right overnight, which it turned out to be all right. So here's Apple right into some resistance. Is what I was watching for Square. Right into resistance, needs to hold this level. If you can hold this level and pop it, Apple has a nice little range from here. If you want to stair step it, if you're swinging it, you can look for that next level of 195, then that 197.37. But I think a key level that we're overlooking, not a key level, but a nice one to know that you're out of a trend reversal, I would probably say 193. If this can come on. Edit. Properties. Last time I had all these levels on here and I forgot to clean up my charts. When the market was pulling, I was looking at these levels that just wasn't strong enough, and it was blowing past it, but I didn't see it. So 193, you take out 193, look for a 195 area. Once you take out that 195 area, you'll be heading towards that 197.31 level is what I think. Make sure you have a channel on this. You do have a nice little channel forming on it, and I'll show you that again. So again, what I do with this one is 30 minutes. I'll go out to a 30-minute time frame just so you guys can see what I'm seeing, so you guys can see the picture that I like to look at. So look at this, right? You see this overall channel? It pulled back. The only thing I didn't like about this yesterday was that we broke out of it. Typically, whenever you're in swing, you see that, you get the hell out of that. Just take your profits. But now what you're seeing is, why you're seeing it so strong is we're back in this channel, right? That was a huge channel that we're in. We're reclaiming that channel. Now this can probably try to push back up towards that top channel, but you have some work to put in. You got some levels to take out for you to start pushing up here. All right, so that's what I see on Apple. That's my thoughts. Don't hold me to it. This is just me looking at charts and letting the charts kind of tell me what I'm looking at. So if you want to be real savvy with it, right, you can now slap this into a minor channel. Watch this minor channel, right? This is pretty dope, right? Watch this, right? You ready for the minor channel that you guys are in? Once it comes on, come on, hold on, I'm trying to get it on the screen, but this thing is, every time I move it, it screws it up. There it goes. All right, so you see it. So this is how I draw my channels. Minster, good morning, good morning. So Fox 538. Basically this is what you'll be looking at right here. Breaks that 103, you'll probably push. You got to take out this trend, and then you take out the top of the channel, then you can push higher. That's just my thoughts on it. So you can see where I got that 193. That can be a confirmed trend reversal. So right now, if you want to, this is a range. You need to break out of this 193 range, which should take you out of this downward trend. this now is a trend reversal. I was telling a couple of traders, if this can continue pushing, this is how you see it, a trend reversal. But if not, this is a bear flag. Can you see the bear flag? It's forming a bear flag. If it can't hold it and come back down and break this level, you will go lower. So right now, all you have here is a bear flag forming. You're trying to get a trend reversal. You break this 193 level, that would be a confirmed trend reversal, and then you can start trying to push that back to the upside on Apple. I hope that answered the question. So me personally, you're done with. I don't need you anymore. I would leave it here. I'll go back to my time frame. Bingo. And then you do the same thing. Like I trade trends left and right. As you can see, here's a trend, a downwards trend, and I'll show you, right? And that's just how I trade. It makes me feel comfortable. It makes me see the bigger picture. So if I'm scalping the trade, whatever I may be doing, this is pretty much, and I'll show you guys how to spot them. So here's the short-term channel that I like trading on the 1 minute. I can pretty much see it with my own eyes. I don't have to keep drawing them, and I'll show you what happened here. If it pops up, there you go. See the channel, downwards channel. Once you pop the downwards channel, you're now in the upwards channel. So if you want, you can put it right into this upwards channel, right? As long as you hold this, you're in the channel. So to manage it just a little bit better, so you guys can see what's going on with it. I'm super tired. My eyes are pretty much starting to water, right? You see it? So kind of parabolic trend right now on this little bottom move. Nice solid upward. So this needs to correct itself. If it does correct itself, look for a pullback within that 192, I would say 192.03 level, or 192 even solid. You need that level to hold. If it does not hold, you want this 191.81 level to hold. So this is why you're getting a pullback, just super extended, right? This was a solid straight upwards movement. This needs to correct itself. Allow it to correct itself, sell it down, range break, and then you take out this new trend that's forming, and then you'll be good to the upside. Other than that, so far good morning. Swings are working hell of a nice. No complaints on anything this morning. I can't complain. So here it goes. You couldn't take out 193. It needs to correct itself. Look for that pullback towards that 190, 198 level. If it can't hold that 190, what did I say? 192 even or something? 192 even? Yeah, I'm about to say 192 even, which it makes no sense because these levels are so close to each other. There's no point in me even putting it on there. I would just go off this level. 191.98. Pull back, you need that level to hold, and then you can push higher. So other than that, and let's look at this. See, this is why I like, whenever I'm trading equity, I don't push the button. Look at the square, right? This is wow. This is why I don't push the button. Even though I missed it, I missed that extra push. But look what happened. Right into that resistance, couldn't break it. And look, whoever was being greedy is going through all this nonsense where they could just either took profits, good return here, or good return here. Both resistance levels. This is an awesome return on the equity side. I mean, I don't think you guys understand. This was an awesome return. This is almost 74. Whatever it takes out. 74.28. So you pretty much got a point plus on it. So if you had 1,000 shares and you bought down here and allowed this whole entire move to happen, and you stayed in it, that's the point. So you made $1,000 back on your money. So it's $1,000 you just made this morning. No one makes that unless you're doing this where you got some crazy business or whatever the case may be. You don't get how you strip the money. 500 shares, same thing. You get $500 within minutes. You're done for trading. Go enjoy your day. No need to sit here and stress out and keep trading. That's $500. You start adding it up. That's a great income throughout the year. $200, same thing. When you get $200 dollar return in minutes, walk away, come back and trade tomorrow, whatever. But walk away with that $200, same thing. Hey, make $100 and go to work. I mean, if you make $300 a day, you just made $100 within minutes. Now you make $400 on a day. I mean, that's just money that you can continue to grow. You don't have to touch it, and then keep going. So, and that's what I'm saying. I really don't. I'm not greedy. I just want 50 cents to a buck. I'm happy on the equity side. So remove that. It's taking us trends. Just might want to pull right back into this level here. That needs to put in some work to go. Yep. So these are no longer relevant. So we can start taking these out. I don't care for them. Just completely get violated. Right. So now you can see this. What I'll do is look from here to this pull back. If I can get another candle, I'll probably look at this level and try to create a trend off that right there. My string went a little robotic. What happened? That's strange. What do you guys mean? All right, you know what? I'm going back to my old one. I don't understand what this one is doing. It's also messing up everything lately. I was trying a different streaming software and it's just not been working for me. So just give me a second, guys. It's messing up. All right, I'm gonna shut down. What I'm doing is I'm just switching over to my other platform and seeing if that works. All right, just give me a second, guys. Let me log off of this one so I can start the other one. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta figure out how to fix it. Let's see if that one works. All right, guys. Let's see if that one works. All I did was just pretty much switch the streaming service. The other one is just giving me a lot of trouble. All right, let's see. Refresh. All right, can you guys let me know if that's working? Like, can you pop in and let me know? My audio is screwing up. I don't understand what's going on. How does that sound like? They're saying it sounds like a robot. It still is. I don't know why it's doing that. What about it? Is it yeah, I know it's delayed, but is it the audio? The popping time, everybody. I don't know what the heck is going on with this. I can do one more thing. I know I can do. Just cut it out right. Okay, I'm just going to take it right off properties. Now what about that? Let me know if that works. Hopefully that should work, because now I'm just streaming straight through the mic. I'm not even using all those other softwares. Is that working, Lex? All right, so it's pretty much, it's the software that someone was suggesting me to use to help out with the mic. It's just been messing up my whole entire system, so I pretty much cut that off. I'm running it straight without it now. See if that works. Let me know if that starts breaking up as well too, guys. All right, so it seems like it's working now. So, all right, so here's Apple, where it's pulling back. Apple, here's the pullback on Apple as well. There's your pullback right into it. Now you need this level to hold. If not, that will pull back just a tad bit more. Well, on Apple. So market is pretty much was extended. Now it's no longer extended. Want to see the overall market as well start balancing stuff out. See, needs to hold this level. If not, pull back more. That one. Watch that level. Sorry about that, guys. Again, trying different softwares and stuff after a while, I guess. All right, so let's see if this level can hold. Once this level, if you are trying to still scalp or play Apple, what you need now from Apple is, with this pullback happening, it's probably trying to hold this. If it can't hold this level, look for a pull and retest this trend, which is breakout level. And then you have to put in some work now, Apple. I'll show you the levels on it. See it? And again, once you start seeing that, you pretty much have a solid downtrend. So now you want to play that trend. All right, so that's what you're watching. And this is where you can see the flag forming now. Typically bullish for the chart, but you can't hold this level. You break this, is now a bear flag. I mean, now it's a failed flag break. So you need this level to hold here. Tap it. You need to start curling back to the upside. Take out these levels, then you should get your 193. Till then, there's no long till you start seeing it if you're not already in from, or if you're swinging this. This is what's on in Apple right now. This is still a solid move upwards on Apple. So when you guys see all these lines on my charts and stuff like that, this is typically what you're seeing. Now I kind of understand why some of these guys who do these YouTube videos and stuff, why they have these headphones on, because they can hear the audio. Makes sense. As you can see, this is all a learning process for me. Might be something that I might consider now. Some headphones. I can also hear what you guys are hearing. CJ, on the minute chart, that's a 50 moving average. It's pretty solid. The only thing on the minute chart, it doesn't hold up like it would on other time frames, but I like to use it as a guide. So if you guys see, this is my 50 and my 200, right? And this is just a 8, I think it is. I don't even really pay attention much. But what I do is pretty much the thought process when I'm trading these is, if it is below it, right, I typically wouldn't take a stock long. If it is above it, the 200, I start feeling like, okay, maybe I might want to, or I have very tight stops, because for the most part, this is telling me more downside movement on it. Once I start taking out the 50 and the 200 on a minute time frame, I'm extremely bullish on the chart. And that's just my thought process on it. It's not an indication for me to take a trade. It just tells me how strong a chart is and how weak a chart is. And that's how I use it. CJ from Pro Options. Pro Option calls. I think I always screw. I had to get Pro Option calls. CJ is also from Pro Option calls. Pretty good room. Help a lot of traders out. So if you guys want to check them out, check them out. If you guys need the link, let me know. I'll share the link below as well. Very, very active. Again, another night with them setting my phone off to about 2 in the morning, talking about stocks and trades for the day, and they pretty much nailed some nice ones. Gave my boy Adam some hell on Bank of America, but other than that, all in all, it seemed like traders were pretty happy with the trade. So pretty cool. And people own up to whatever mistakes they make in there, which is another plus. No one's perfect. As you guys can see, I wasn't perfect. My first trade on Square, I went red, but it's all about managing the downside, which I did. I managed my downside, got out. I was wrong. Chart told me I was wrong, not getting the bounce. I respected the chart, got out, and just said, hey, I'll nail it again once it tells me that it wants to go. Boom. And that's the one thing I like about their room. They own up to them. Straight up tell you, hey, I screwed up, wrong. Then they'll try to help you out with how to manage it. Even if you're wrong, if you wanted to stay in, they'll help you manage it, tell you spots. I mean, listen, these guys are up 2, 3 in the morning. I'm not doing it. I'm crashing. I crash on them every night. I try to stay up. I cut it, but like, hey, I'm going to bed. I gotta get up next morning and do this all over again. These dudes will go all night. I don't know. And they post great videos too. Awesome videos in there. Oh man. Pretty cool room. And much respect, CJ, on what you got going on. Oh, all right. So far everything's pulling back. Market is just pretty much consolidating up here. Need some. I mean, what sector? I'm not seeing. Everything is pretty much on the pullback right now. This correction. You got to look at the move that we made overnight, and what I'll do is zoom out so you guys can see. Market gets fatigued, wants to correct itself. This was a huge gap up. That's a nice move. You go across the board. All of them pretty much did the same, other than Square. Square is just coming right back down, testing it. This is why I respect my right. I would be a fool if I would have just stayed in here and gave all of this up. I would be extremely negative right now, screwing around Square if I didn't take profits. But still a bullish chart overall, as you can see, holding the chin, the channel. Unless it breaks it and start taking out those levels, to me, I think it's a chart. That one. So Square, as you can see, same thing. Close, made a nice little move overnight, pull back. Let's go look at SPY. Another one. As you can see, look at this move, right? We closed within this 279 level, and we made a run all the way up to 282. That is a extreme move, nice move. As you can see, solid move out open, consolidating. Probably wants to come back and test 281.15. If it does, look for support around that area. And then again, same thing. Everything is pretty much set up the same, probably at different price point. chart might look a little different, but once you spot it, see it. Same thing with here. Needs to take out that level. Once you take out that flag, you put Qs. I don't look at the Qs much with you guys, but everything is pretty much right in front of me. So simply flip through all these. Apple's still pulling back. Couldn't do it. Again, respect that channel, guys. There's the Qs. Qs are also giving pretty much everything they did this morning. So as you can see, Qs pulled back way more than I did. Same thing here. No long until you guys can start taking out this level. Try to scalp that back to the upside. So anything within the Qs, the NASDAQ, all that. So everything. Strong move overnight. Right? Get it. Now we're flagging. Need to take out those levels. Take out those levels again. Futures are also actually trying to. If this flag can break and then you break that and possibly start. We'll come back and look at that. I think Apple's pretty much came back, held the support that it needed to hold at 191.52. Pretty much hanging. It's like hanging on for dear life right now. Basically what I'm at. Oh, no problem, CJ. No problem. So again, here goes Apple. And as you can see, you can pretty much see that the 200 kind of works. It's not extremely strong on the minute chart, but it works, I guess, right? As you can see, remember I told you guys if it stays above it, I'm still bullish. Just pretty much how I gauge it. If it gets below it, I'm bearish. But still bullish on it. Held the level, holding that downwards channel. Kind of broke out of it, but reclaimed it. Now you want to start seeing this push upside. Pretty much this would be your flag. You need to pop that level to get. This has to put in some work. It gave up a little too much. Now I think eyes are probably wanting to see it to break some key levels for back in on it to give you another rock out push on Apple. It's how I'll be that one. Where, like I said, same thing. Where it just pulls right back in that level, it's held up. Apple, let's hold it. I think that was a nice direction on it. Held up, held levels. Let's see if we can get. Here it goes. Held the level. What happens if you push, break these levels. See what happens. And then guys, one of the things I do for fun is probably, you guys probably see on social media, I post a whole lot of charts and stuff. That's just my way of having fun with trading. I don't like to give people like advice on how to trade. So I just post pictures and let people comment, figure out what I'm looking at. As you can see, Apple working out. Just this is why I don't panic when I trade, and I just go off of what's on my. I just love the minute chart. And you guys are starting to see why. Just so much easier to see what's happening than in the big picture. But here's a channel. If you look here, you have a nice channel form. You guys see it? This is the stuff I look for. So small channels in a big channel. So still moving to the upside. And as you guys can see, I do have the big. See the channel? Start the channel. Big channel. Bigger picture. It's trading within the channel, working itself upward. You just need to put more work out to get more of a pop. Getting rejected at that downwards channel. Need to pop that to get more. So I trade channels. Channels and support and resistance. As you can see, EMAs, I use them but don't use them, I guess. More of a right now type of trade. I need to figure out what's going on. right now. Yeah. Couldn't break the channel. See what happens. So exactly like you see how it violated here. Typically what I'll do is adjust it a little bit, make those minor adjustments to get a better gauge on the channel. What I'll do is remove that in order for me to get a better gauge. Just this thing is, ever that is, I downloaded the system, slowing everything. So you see how I just corrected it. I just wanted everything to be fine-tuned. This is what I typically would. Now what I want to see it is for it to actually break this for me, better feel of it. So again, guys, my little kids are on spring break. Little man is a little sick. He pretty much told me he didn't want me to trade all day. So I told him I would just trade for a little bit and go spend some time with him. Probably want me to go watch some Power Rangers, whatever was going to make him feel better. So again, guys, if you guys have any questions, you guys have my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I think my email as well as MarcSkyStocks@gmail.com. If you guys want to reach out. Have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm on Discord as well. Always chatting on Discord, different rooms that I pop in. So again, guys, if you like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like. Other than that, guys, I'm out, and that'll be all for me today. So I will personally catch you guys tomorrow and see if we can have a rock out morning again. Take care, guys.